Welcome to Neo Daily English.
Neo Daily English.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Neo Daily English. We are so incredibly happy and grateful that you are here with us today. I am your host, Leo, and sitting across from me in our beautiful, bright recording studio is my wonderful, highly intelligent, and absolutely stunning co-host, Mia.
Oh my goodness, thank you for that very sweet, very long, and very flattering introduction, Leo. You always know exactly how to make me smile right at the beginning of the show. And hello everyone, I am Mia. Welcome to our learning family. On this channel, we are here to help you practice real, everyday English with natural, calm, and easy-to-understand conversations.
Exactly. We speak slowly and clearly so that beginner and intermediate English learners can understand every single word we say. We want you to feel perfectly comfortable while you listen and learn. But before we begin our massive deep dive lesson today, we have a very quick favor to ask. If you enjoy learning English with us and you want to support our teaching, please take just one quick second to click the like button and subscribe to Neo Daily English.
Yes, please subscribe and hit that like button. It is completely free for you, but it really helps our channel grow. And it tells us that you want more fun, free English lessons from us every single week. We appreciate your support so much.
We really do. Today, we are going to talk about a very fun, very universal, and very delicious topic. Today, we are going to talk about food. Specifically, we are going to talk about our favorite foods, our eating habits, and the meals we love to cook.
Oh, I absolutely love food. This is a fantastic topic. Everyone in the world eats, and everyone loves talking about what they eat. It is the perfect subject for everyday English conversation. But before we start making ourselves extremely hungry, let's check in. How are you feeling today, Leo?
I am feeling wonderful today, Mia. The weather outside is beautiful. But honestly, just looking at your bright smile gives me all the energy I need for the day.
Oh, Leo, you are so flirty today. But thank you. Did you have a good weekend? What did you do to relax?
My weekend was very nice and very quiet. On Saturday, I stayed in my apartment and cleaned my entire kitchen, and on Sunday, I just relaxed at home. I actually cooked a very simple, warm bowl of pasta for myself. It was quiet, but it was a very good weekend. What about you, Mia? Did you do anything fun?
Yes, I did. On Saturday, I traveled a little bit outside the city and visited my family. We had a huge, beautiful dinner together in the evening.
Oh, a big family dinner. That sounds so nice. What did you eat for this big dinner?
We ate a classic family meal, roasted chicken and seasoned rice. It was my mother's cooking, so of course it was absolutely delicious. Mother's cooking is always the best cooking in the world, isn't it?
It really is. There's a special ingredient in a mother's cooking, and that ingredient is love. You cannot buy that in a restaurant.
Beautifully said, Leo. So, since we are already talking about chicken, rice, and pasta, let's jump right into our main topic. We are talking about favorite foods. That is a very big question. Leo, I am so sorry. I was thinking about my old friend Jack. Leo, what is your absolute favorite food in the whole world?
I will forgive you for calling me Jack, Mia, only because I like you so much. My favorite food. That is an incredibly difficult question. I love so many different types of food. Asking me to choose my favorite food is like asking me to choose my favorite star in the night sky.
That is a very poetic and beautiful way to say it, Leo. But you must have one specific food that you love just a little bit more than the others. If you had to choose right now, what is it?
Okay. If I have to choose my number one favorite food, I think it has to be pizza.
Pizza, a classic, popular choice all around the world. Why do you like pizza so much? What makes it so special to you?
I love it because eating a good pizza is literally like having a fun party in your mouth. Think about it. You have the warm, soft baked bread on the bottom, then you have the rich, tasty red tomato sauce, and on top of that, you have the hot, melting, gooey cheese.
Melting. That is a great descriptive word. When cheese melts, it gets soft and warm from the heat of the oven.
Exactly. And the best part about pizza is that it's never, ever boring. You can put absolutely anything on it. You can put fresh vegetables, spicy meat, or even fruit on it.
Fruit on a pizza? Like pineapple? Many people argue about whether pineapple belongs on a pizza.
I actually don't mind pineapple on pizza. It is sweet and salty. Pizza is just incredibly versatile. Versatile means it can change easily and be used in many different ways. What about you, Mia? What is your ultimate favorite food?
My favorite food is completely different from yours. My favorite food is sushi.
Sushi? Wow, really? That is very interesting. I actually tried sushi one time many years ago, and it was a very strange adventure for my mouth.
And adventure? What do you mean by adventure? Did you not like it?
To be completely honest, no, I did not like it very much. The fish was a little cold, and the dark green seaweed, the paper wrapped around the rice, was very strange for me. It was very chewy. I had to chew it for a long time. But maybe I just went to a bad restaurant.
Yes, maybe you did go to a bad restaurant, or maybe you ordered the wrong type of sushi for a beginner. There are hundreds of different types of sushi. You definitely do not have to start by eating raw, uncooked fish.
I don't? What else is there?
You can try sushi with cooked shrimp or sushi that only has fresh vegetables inside, like cucumber or avocado.
Cooked shrimp and cucumber. Okay, that definitely sounds much less scary for me. What is your personal favorite type of sushi, Mia?
My absolute favorite type is fresh salmon sushi. The raw salmon is so incredibly fresh, pink, and soft, it literally just melts in your mouth. It is absolutely delicious.
Melts in your mouth. I really like that English expression. It means the food is so soft and tender that you barely even need to chew it. Okay, Mia, because you are so smart and beautiful, I will promise to try salmon sushi one more time. But you have to come with me to the restaurant and show me how to eat it.
It's a deal, Leo. I will be your sushi guide. But for now, let's go back to your favorite food, pizza. What kind of pizza do you order? What are your favorite toppings?
Oh, let's explain that word for our beginner learners. Toppings. 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 Mia, how would you define toppings?
Toppings are the extra pieces of food that you put on top of a main dish to add more flavor and make it look interesting. For pizza, common toppings are sliced mushrooms, green peppers, onions, or different meats.
Perfect explanation. So, my absolute favorite pizza toppings are spicy pepperoni and extra cheese. I love it when the cheese is incredibly thick and when you pull a hot slice of pizza away, the cheese is long and stringy.
That sounds very unhealthy, Leo, but also very delicious. What about olives? Do you like black or green olives on your pizza?
Oh no, olives absolutely not. I strongly dislike olives. I never put olives on my pizza.
You don't like olives? Why not? They're so popular.
They are far too salty for my tongue, and they have a very strong, bitter taste. I just do not enjoy the flavor of olives at all.
That is so funny because I absolutely love olives. To me, they're like tiny, delicious bursts of salty flavor. I could eat a whole bowl of olives right now.
Well, if we ever share a pizza, you can have all the olives and I will take all the pepperoni. Now, let's move through the day. Let's talk about our daily meals. Let's start at the very beginning of the day. Breakfast. What is your favorite food to eat for breakfast, Mia?
I prefer a very light and healthy breakfast. My favorite morning meal is a bowl of plain cold yogurt mixed with fresh fruit. I love adding red strawberries, blue blueberries, and a sweet spoonful of golden honey.
That sounds incredibly healthy and very colorful. What do you drink with your healthy yogurt?
I almost always drink a hot, steaming cup of green tea. It wakes me up gently and feels very clean. What about you, Leo? Is your favorite breakfast pizza?
No, pizza is much too heavy for the early morning. For breakfast, I really love a big stack of warm, fluffy pancakes covered in sweet maple syrup. And on the side, I must have some hot, crispy fried bacon.
Pancakes and crispy bacon? That sounds so delicious. But wow, that is a very heavy, high-calorie breakfast. Do you eat that every single morning?
No. I only eat that on the weekends when I have plenty of time to cook and relax. On a normal, busy Tuesday morning, I'm not so fancy. I usually just eat 2 simple pieces of hot toast with butter and jam. It's a very quick and easy breakfast.
Toast with jam is always good. What kind of fruit jam do you usually eat?
I always choose strawberry jam. It is perfectly sweet, and I love the little tiny pieces of real fruit inside the jam. Do you like sweet fruit jam, Mia?
I do like it, but I actually prefer orange marmalade. Marmalade is made from oranges, and it is a little bit sweet, but also a little bit bitter. It has a complex flavor. It is perfect on hot, crunchy toast.
Bitter for breakfast? No, thank you. I need something sweet in the morning to make me smile. Okay, moving on to the middle of the day. Let's talk about lunch. What do you normally like to eat for lunch?
For lunch, I often try to eat something fresh. I sometimes eat a very big green salad. A chicken salad is my favorite. I put in chopped lettuce, crisp cucumber, red tomatoes, and shredded carrots with some grilled chicken on top.
A salad is definitely very healthy, and it has a lot of vitamins. But if I only eat a salad for lunch, I have a big problem.
What is the problem?
I'm always starving again just 1 hour later. My stomach will make loud noises and say, "Hello, Leo, where's the real heavy food?" A salad just does not make me feel full.
You do have a very big appetite, Leo. So what do you eat for lunch to keep your giant stomach quiet?
I usually make a very big sandwich, a simple ham and cheese sandwich on thick white bread. And just to be a little bit healthy, sometimes I will add a piece of green lettuce and a slice of tomato.
That sounds like a very solid traditional lunch. Okay, now let's talk about dinner. Dinner is usually the biggest, most important meal of the day, the champion of meals. For dinner, what is your absolute favorite meal?
For dinner, I absolutely love a good, thick, juicy burger. A huge cheeseburger with fresh lettuce, a slice of red tomato, some sharp white onion, and a massive pile of hot, salty French fries on the side.
I like burgers too, but I definitely do not eat them very often.
Why not? Burgers are amazing.
They are amazing, but they are not very healthy. They can be very greasy. Greasy means they're cooked with a lot of oil and fat. I try very hard to eat healthier, lighter food during the busy work week.
I see. So for a perfectly healthy dinner, what do you usually cook for yourself?
I really like to eat grilled fish, like a nice piece of pink salmon served with steamed vegetables. I usually steam some green broccoli and orange carrots. Or if the weather outside is cold and rainy, I love to eat a big bowl of warm soup.
Oh, I love hot soup. Tomato soup is definitely my favorite. I like to eat hot tomato soup with a grilled cheese sandwich. The sandwich is hot, the bread is crispy, the cheese is completely melted, and you can dip the sandwich directly into the red soup. It is absolute perfection.
Oh, that sounds so incredibly good. It sounds very warm and comfortable. In English, we actually call that kind of meal comfort food.
Comfort food? Let's definitely explain that phrase to our English learners. What exactly does comfort food mean, Mia?
Comfort food is a special phrase. It describes food that makes you feel deeply happy, safe, and emotionally calm when you eat it. It often reminds you of your family, your hometown, or happy memories from your childhood.
That is a beautiful explanation. When I think of comfort food, I immediately think of my grandmother's apple pie. When I was a little boy, she baked it for me. The crust was warm, flaky, and slightly sweet. The baked apples inside were soft and tasted strongly of cinnamon spice. She always served it with a large scoop of freezing cold vanilla ice cream. Eating it made me feel so incredibly loved and safe.
That sounds absolutely wonderful, Leo. For me, my ultimate comfort food is my mother's homemade chicken noodle soup. When I was a child and I felt sick with a cold, she would cook a huge pot of it. The hot soup always made my throat feel better. It felt like warm, magic medicine in a bowl.
Food is amazing, isn't it? It is not just fuel for our physical bodies to stop hunger. Food can actually change our emotions and make us feel safe and loved.
It really can. Speaking of making food, do you like to cook, Leo? Are you a good chef?
I absolutely love to cook. I spend time in the kitchen almost every single day. I really enjoy searching the internet and trying completely new recipes.
Recipes. Let's explain that word for our learners. Recipe. R-E-C-I-P-E. Recipe. What is a recipe, Leo?
A recipe is a written set of instructions that tells you exactly how to cook a specific meal. It's like a map or a guide for cooking. A recipe tells you two things. It lists all the ingredients you need to buy, and it tells you the step-by-step actions to cook them.
Excellent explanation. And let's quickly explain the word ingredients. I-N-G-R-E-D-I-E-N-T-S. Ingredients are the different individual food items you mix together to make a meal. For example, if your recipe is for a chocolate cake, your ingredients will be flour, sugar, eggs, butter, and cocoa powder.
Perfect explanation. So yes, I love following new recipes, but sometimes I don't follow the recipe exactly. I like to be highly creative in my kitchen. I will add different, exciting spices or mix in new vegetables just to see what happens.
That sounds very brave. So what is your signature dish? What is the food that you cook better than anything else?
I think my absolute best dish is spaghetti carbonara. It is a famous traditional Italian pasta dish. It is made with long spaghetti noodles, fresh eggs, hard cheese, and salty bacon. The sauce is incredibly creamy and rich, but it's actually not too difficult to make.
Wow, creamy pasta with cheese and bacon? That sounds truly amazing. Can I please come to your apartment for dinner sometime? I would love to taste your famous carbonara.
Mia, you can come over for dinner anytime you want. I will light some candles, play some soft Italian music, and cook you the best pasta you have ever eaten in your entire life. It will be a perfect date.
Let's just focus on the pasta first, Leo. We can talk about the candles later. What about me? Do you want to know if I'm a good cook?
Yes, please tell me, are you a master chef in the kitchen?
Absolutely not. I cook a little bit, but I'm definitely not a very good cook. I usually keep things very simple. I can make basic scrambled eggs, I can boil simple pasta, and I'm very good at making toast.
Ah, so you are a level 100 toast expert.
Yes, I am a highly trained expert at toast. I know exactly how long to leave the bread in the toaster so it comes out perfectly golden brown and crispy, but never burnt black.
That is a very important life skill. Burning toast is a terrible way to start the morning. Okay, let's take a quick pause here, Mia. We are talking so much about delicious food. I want to remind our viewers about something important.
Good idea, Leo. Friends, we are learning a massive amount of excellent English food vocabulary today. If you're enjoying this lesson and it's helping your English journey, please take just 1 second right now to hit the like button and subscribe to Neo Daily English. This is our second friendly reminder. Your subscription is the absolute best way to support our channel so we can continue making these free, detailed lessons for you.
Yes, please subscribe and join our learning family. We love having you here. Now, let's jump right back into the kitchen. We have talked about meals, but let's talk about specific flavors. Do you generally prefer sweet food or do you prefer salty food?
I like both depending on my mood, but if I absolutely must choose only one forever, I think I actually like salty food a little bit more. I love eating salty potato chips, hard pretzels, and salted peanuts. I could easily eat a huge family-sized bag of salty potato chips while watching a movie on the sofa.
I'm the exact opposite. I definitely have a sweet tooth.
A sweet tooth. That is a fantastic native-sounding English idiom. Let's explain it. Having a sweet tooth does not mean one of your teeth is literally made of sugar.
Exactly. Having a sweet tooth simply means that you have a very strong love and desire for sweet, sugary foods. I love eating rich chocolate cake, soft baked cookies, and huge bowls of ice cream.
Since you love ice cream, what is your absolute favorite flavor of ice cream?
Chocolate. It is always, always chocolate. Dark chocolate ice cream is the absolute best thing in the world. It's rich and slightly bitter, but perfectly sweet. What about you?
I like fruit flavors. My favorite is strawberry ice cream. It's very refreshing, cold, and fruity. But sometimes, if I want something richer, I like chocolate chip ice cream.
Speaking of fruit, we should eat more of it. What is your favorite natural fruit to eat?
My favorite fruit is probably the humble banana.
A banana? Why a banana? It's a little bit boring, isn't it?
No, it's highly practical. It's the perfect fruit. You don't need to wash it in the sink, you don't need a knife to cut it, and it comes in its own natural yellow wrapper. You just peel the skin and eat it anywhere. It's very easy and convenient.
That is a very logical and practical reason. I like red strawberries the most. They are a little bit sweet, but also a little bit sour. Sour is a sharp taste, like a lemon. Strawberries are perfect mixed into cold yogurt or just eaten fresh by themselves.
Do you like eating vegetables, Leo? Many adults still hate vegetables.
I do like vegetables. I know they are important for health. I really like crunchy orange carrots, red tomatoes, and sweet yellow corn. But I have a confession. I really, really do not like eating broccoli.
You don't like broccoli? Why not? It is so healthy and full of green vitamins.
I know it is healthy, but the shape of it is so strange. It looks exactly like a tiny, small green tree. When I eat broccoli, I feel like I am a massive, angry giant eating a forest of trees. And honestly, the taste is just a little bit too bitter for my tongue.
A giant eating a forest. You have a very wild imagination, Leo. I actually love broccoli, especially when it is steamed with a little bit of garlic and butter. Now, what about foreign food? Do you like to try traditional foods from completely different countries around the world?
Yes, I love it. Trying international food is like traveling the world using only your mouth. I really, really enjoy Thai food from Thailand.
Thai food is famous for being incredibly flavorful. What do you like about it?
I love the intense combination of spicy and sour flavors. For example, tom yum soup is amazing. It is hot, spicy, sour, and full of shrimp and herbs.
Oh no, you said the magic word, spicy. I absolutely do not like spicy food.
Really? You don't like food with chili peppers or hot spices?
Not at all. Spicy food is far too hot and painful for my mouth. If I eat something spicy, my entire face turns bright red, my eyes water, and I immediately need to drink 3 huge glasses of cold water to stop the burning.
That sounds terrible. You have a very sensitive mouth. But you can always ask the restaurant to make the food mild. Mild means it has the flavor of the spices, but it does not have the intense, painful heat.
That is true. I usually ask for mild. But to be safe, I usually prefer Italian food, like a simple pasta dish or a mild pizza. It's comforting, delicious, and completely safe for my sensitive tongue.
Italian food is definitely a safe and wonderful choice. Let's talk about food we truly dislike. We already know I hate olives and broccoli. Is there a specific food that you strongly, absolutely dislike?
Yes, there is one thing I cannot eat. I really do not like blue cheese.
Blue cheese? The fancy cheese with the blue mold growing inside it. Why don't you like it?
The smell is far too strong for me. Honestly, to my nose, blue cheese smells exactly like dirty, old gym socks that have not been washed in a month. And the taste is incredibly sharp and overpowering.
Dirty gym socks. That is a hilarious description. Blue cheese is definitely what we call in English an acquired taste.
Let's explain that idiom, an acquired taste. What does it mean, Leo?
If a food or a drink is an acquired taste, it means that almost nobody likes it the very first time they try it. It tastes strange or unpleasant. But if you force yourself to eat it many, many times over the years, your brain slowly learns to enjoy it, and eventually you might love it.
That is a great explanation. Black coffee is an acquired taste, and dark, bitter chocolate is an acquired taste. But I don't think I will ever acquire the taste for blue cheese. I also really dislike food that is overly greasy.
Let's define the word greasy. Greasy. Greasy.
Greasy describes food that is completely covered in liquid oil or animal fat. When you hold greasy food in your hand, your fingers become shiny, sticky, and slippery.
Like eating bad, cheap fried chicken or a very oily slice of pizza.
Exactly. Sometimes if you eat a large amount of very greasy food, it sits heavily in your stomach and makes you feel sick and tired afterwards. It is not a good feeling.
I completely agree with you. It's okay for a special treat once a month, but not every day. Now, let's talk about drinks to wash all this food down. What is your favorite daily beverage? Do you drink a lot of coffee?
No, I don't drink coffee at all. If I drink strong coffee, the heavy caffeine makes my hands shake and makes me feel very nervous and anxious. I prefer to drink tea.
What kind of tea do you like?
In the morning, I drink a simple green tea for a tiny bit of energy. But in the late evening, right before I go to sleep, I drink hot chamomile tea. Chamomile is a flower, and the tea is incredibly calming and relaxing for the mind and the body. What about you? Are you a coffee addict?
Absolutely. I drink a large mug of hot black coffee every single morning. I usually put exactly 1 spoonful of white sugar in it to cut the bitterness. If I don't have my morning coffee, I am like a broken, slow robot with a completely empty battery. I cannot function.
We are so different, Leo. Let's imagine a scenario. If we go out to a nice restaurant together for dinner, what do you normally do when they hand you the menu?
Oh, I am a terrible person at restaurants. When the waiter hands me the paper menu, I stare at it for a long, long time. It is always incredibly difficult for me to choose just one meal because I usually want to try absolutely everything on the list. But eventually, I will usually order a thick grilled steak with roasted potatoes or a massive gourmet burger. What about you?
I'm much faster. I usually order a light, fresh fish dish or perhaps a bowl of interesting pasta to see how professional chefs cook it differently than I do at home.
And after you finish your healthy fish and pasta, what happens next? Do you ask the waiter for the dessert menu?
Not always, because I'm usually quite full. But if the waiter tells me they have a rich chocolate cake or a fresh, creamy strawberry cheesecake, yes, I will always magically find a little bit of empty space in my stomach for dessert.
Yes. I always say that the human body has 2 completely separate stomachs. One stomach for the boring dinner food, and a second secret stomach that is reserved only for sweet desserts.
A secret dessert stomach. I completely agree with that scientific theory. No matter how full I feel, if I see chocolate cake, my secret stomach suddenly wakes up and says, I am ready.
Now, what about the time between meals? What is your absolute favorite snack to eat?
My favorite snack is homemade popcorn, but I don't like the sweet caramel popcorn. I like to pop the corn kernels in a pot on my stove and add simple sea salt and a little bit of melted butter. It is the absolute perfect snack for watching a long movie on a Friday night.
That sounds great. My favorite snack is a handful of mixed nuts, like salty almonds and curved, creamy cashews. They're very healthy, crunchy, and they give my brain a lot of good, solid energy for the afternoon when I'm working on my graphic design projects.
Nuts are a fantastic healthy choice. Tell me, Leo, you said you love to cook. Do you also love to bake? Baking means making things inside the hot oven, like cakes, breads, or cookies.
Yes, I do. I really love to bake on the weekends when I have free time. Sometimes I will bake a large loaf of sweet banana bread. When it's in the oven, the entire apartment smells incredibly warm, sweet, and amazing. Do you ever bake, Mia?
No, I never bake. Baking requires exact math and exact measurements, and I'm not good at that. If you put in too much flour or not enough sugar, the cake is ruined. But I want you to know that I am an extremely talented professional helper.
Oh, really? What does a professional baking helper do?
A professional helper sits at the kitchen table, watches you do all the hard work, and then expertly eats everything you bake when it's finished.
I see. So if I spend 3 hours baking a beautiful, complex chocolate cake for you, you will generously come over to my house and help me eat it?
Exactly. It's a tough job, but I am willing to do it for you, Leo. I'll be there in exactly 5 minutes.
It's a deal. Okay, Mia, I have one last incredibly difficult question about food. Are you ready?
I am ready. Give me your hardest question.
If you were trapped on a desert island and you could only eat one single food for the rest of your entire life, what would you choose? You could never eat anything else again.
Wow. Only one food for the rest of my life? That is a terrifying question. Maybe I would choose bread.
Bread? Just plain bread?
Not plain, really good, fresh, hot bread from a bakery served with rich, salted butter. You can eat bread in the morning, afternoon, and night. It's simple, it fills your stomach, and it never really gets boring. It's often called the staff of life because it supports human existence.
The staff of life. Wow, Mia, you are full of incredibly deep and poetic phrases today. That is a very smart and practical choice. What about you, Leo? What is your one food forever?
For me, it would definitely be pizza, because remember, pizza is versatile. On Monday, I can eat a vegetable pizza. On Tuesday, I can eat a meat pizza. On Wednesday, I can make a dessert pizza with chocolate and fruit on top. It is like having 100 different meals hidden inside one single food category.
That is an incredibly clever answer. You found a loophole in my difficult question. Well, Leo, listening to you talk about hundreds of different pizzas has made me incredibly hungry. I think my stomach is starting to make loud noises.
Me too. I think we definitely need to wrap up this conversation soon so we can actually go eat some real lunch. But before we do that, we have an important job. We used an enormous amount of excellent, high-level English food vocabulary today.
We really did. I think we should slow down and do a massive, deep dive vocabulary review for our dedicated learners. Let's carefully examine the most important words, spell them, define them, and use them in simple, clear example sentences.
That is a brilliant idea. A vocabulary review will help our viewers remember these words forever. Let's start with the word that caused our pizza debate. The word is toppings. Toppings. Toppings.
Yes, toppings. A topping is any extra food item that you put on top of a larger main dish to add more flavor, texture, or color.
For example, when you order a hot pizza, you have to choose your toppings. You might say, I would like a large pizza with mushroom and onion toppings, please. But remember, toppings are not just for pizza. If you go to a sweet ice cream shop, the worker might ask you, would you like any toppings on your vanilla ice cream? You can answer, yes, please add hot chocolate syrup and crushed peanuts as toppings.
Perfect examples. The next important word we used when talking about cooking is recipe. R-E-C-I-P-E. Recipe. Note the pronunciation. It sounds like res-a-pee.
A recipe is a written set of instructions that teaches you exactly how to prepare and cook a specific food dish. It is a cooking guide. For example, you can say, I found a fantastic new recipe for chicken soup on the internet. Or, my grandmother gave me her secret recipe for baking chocolate chip cookies. If you follow the recipe carefully, the food will taste wonderful.
Now, inside every single recipe, there is a list of ingredients. INGREEDIENTS. Ingredients. Ingredients are all the different individual food items that you mix together to make a complete meal. They are the building blocks of cooking.
For example, if you want to bake a simple loaf of bread, your basic ingredients are white flour, water, yeast, and salt. Without the right ingredients, you cannot cook the recipe. A good sentence is, I cannot bake the cake today because I am missing 2 key ingredients, sugar and eggs.
Excellent. Now let's talk about an adjective we use to describe heavy food. The word is greasy. Greasy. Greasy.
Greasy describes food that contains or is cooked in a very large amount of liquid oil or animal fat. When you eat greasy food, your fingers become shiny, wet, and slippery. For example, I love eating fast food French fries, but they are often very greasy and make my hands messy. Or, if I eat too much greasy fried chicken, my stomach feels heavy and uncomfortable.
Now let's review two major taste categories, salty and sweet. SALTY and SWEET.
Salty food contains a lot of salt. It often makes you feel thirsty. Examples of salty foods are potato chips, salted peanuts, crispy bacon, and soy sauce. A good sentence is, "I cannot eat this soup. The chef put too much salt in it and now it is much too salty."
Excellent. Now let's review our fun idiom to have a sweet tooth. If you have a sweet tooth, it means you have a powerful craving and love for sweet, sugary foods.
Next, let's look at the beautiful phrase we discussed, comfort food. COMFORTFOOD.
Comfort food is food that provides a feeling of emotional well-being, nostalgia, or consolation. It is usually food that is warm, heavy, and connected to happy childhood memories.
Yes, for example, whenever I feel sad or stressed after a long day at work, I like to eat a big bowl of hot macaroni and cheese because it is my ultimate comfort food. It comforts your heart as well as your stomach.
Moving on, let's define the word flavor. FLAVOR or FLAVOUR in British English. Flavor simply means the distinctive taste of a food or drink in your mouth.
We can use many adjectives to describe flavor. We can say a flavor is sweet, sour, bitter, spicy, mild, strong, or weak. For example, this fresh lemon has a very strong sour flavor. Or, I prefer to buy vanilla ice cream because it has a gentle, sweet flavor.
Finally, let's talk about a very common cooking method, frying. FRYING, frying.
Frying is the action of cooking raw food in a pan filled with very hot liquid oil or fat.
When you fry food, it usually becomes brown, hot, and crispy on the outside. For example, every morning, my father starts the day by frying 2 eggs in a hot pan. Or, frying potatoes in hot oil is exactly how you make delicious French fries. But remember, frying food often makes it very greasy.
Wow. Let's quickly read the entire list of words so our viewers can hear the pronunciation one last time in a row. Toppings, recipe, ingredients, greasy, salty, sweet, comfort food, flavor, frying.
That was a truly massive, brilliant vocabulary lesson. I highly recommend that our viewers write these 9 words down in a notebook and try to use them when they go to a restaurant or cook dinner this week.
Yes, using new words in your real life is the absolute best way to lock them into your brain forever. Well, Leo, this has been an incredibly long, detailed, and mouth-watering conversation.
It really has been, Leo. I think we covered almost everything a beginner or intermediate English learner needs to know to talk about food like a confident native speaker. Let's do a quick final summary of our journey today.
Great idea. We started by debating our absolute favorite foods. I defended the versatile cheesy pizza, while you explained the fresh melting beauty of salmon sushi.
Then we walked through the meals of the day. We compared your heavy, sweet breakfast of pancakes and bacon to my light, healthy breakfast of yogurt and fruit. We talked about lunch sandwiches versus big chicken salads.
We discussed dinner choices, from juicy, greasy cheeseburgers to healthy grilled fish and steamed vegetables. We learned the beautiful concept of comfort food. Food that hugs your soul, like my grandmother's apple pie or your mother's magic chicken soup.
We also explored cooking at home. We talked about following recipes, mixing ingredients, and your famous creamy spaghetti carbonara dish. We debated the different flavors of the world. salty chips versus sweet chocolate, sour strawberries versus bitter broccoli, and the spicy hot adventure of Thai food versus the safe, mild comfort of Italian pasta.
And we finished by talking about drinks, snacks, baking, and the funny idea that we all have a secret second stomach that is reserved strictly for eating dessert.
It was a fantastic conversation, Leo. And now, my friends, we have arrived at the absolute best and most exciting part of every single video we make.
Yes, it is time for the Neo Daily English Question of the Day. This is the moment where we pass the microphone through the screen directly over to you. We want you to practice your English writing right now.
Today's question is deeply connected to our conversation. We want you to think about your own life, your home country, and your family. The question is, what is your ultimate comfort food? And why does it make you feel happy and safe?
Yes, please tell us your food story. Is your comfort food a hot, spicy soup that your father cooks on cold winter nights? Is it a special, sweet holiday dessert from your home country? Or is it simply a warm piece of fresh bread with melting butter?
We want to hear all the delicious details. You can write a short, simple sentence like, "My comfort food is hot chocolate because it makes me feel warm." Or if you want to challenge your English skills, you can write a longer paragraph describing the exact flavors, ingredients, and the happy childhood memories connected to the food.
We promise you, we read absolutely every single comment that gets posted below this video. We genuinely love seeing your personal stories, learning about your unique cultures, and watching your English grammar and vocabulary improve week by week. It brings us so much joy.
So please do not be shy or worried about making small spelling mistakes. This is a safe, friendly classroom. Take 2 minutes right now, open the comment section, and tell us about your ultimate comfort food.
And before we finally sign off so we can go eat our lunch, we have one final important request. For the third and final time today, if you truly enjoyed this long, deep dive food lesson and found it valuable for your English journey, please take 1 second to smash that like button and subscribe to Neo Daily English.
Yes, subscribing and hitting the notification bell ensures that you never miss our new free conversational English lessons. And if you have a friend who is also learning English, share this video with them. You can practice the restaurant role play together and talk about your favorite meals.
Thank you so incredibly much for choosing to spend so much of your valuable time with us today. You are all wonderful, dedicated students. Keep practicing your pronunciation out loud, keep learning your new vocabulary words, and above all, remember to enjoy the process of learning.
Beautifully said, Leo. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Cook something delicious, eat something sweet, and we will see you right back here next time for another fun English lesson.
And Mia, since we are completely finished recording and my stomach is making very loud, angry giant noises, are you ready for me to take you out for that sushi lunch I promised? I am ready for my culinary adventure.
I am so ready, Leo. Let's go get some sushi and maybe some chocolate ice cream for your secret dessert stomach afterwards. Bye, everyone. Have a delicious day.
Goodbye, friends. Keep smiling and keep practicing.
Well, that's all for today. Before you go on your way, let me know in the comments, what topics should we cover next? Your suggestions help shape this channel. If you found value in this lesson, hit that like button and subscribe to stay consistent.